Have you ever dreamed of visiting the places from your favorite cartoons? Get ready for an incredible journey. From the cobblestone streets of Encanto to the landscapes of Springfield, we'll show you how these fictional settings come to life. Let's watch it. It's fascinating. The town of Encanto. In 2019, Disney Studios sent its creative team to Colombia to find inspiration for the movie, and one of the most captivating corners they discovered was Barichara, a charming little town in the Santander region. Just by looking at its architecture, it seems like a fairy tale where time has stood still, largely thanks to its cobblestone streets and colonial architecture that has barely changed since the 18th century. Therefore, it's no surprise that this place served as one of the primary inspirations for the magical town of Encanto, where the Madrigal family lives in the events depicted in the film. Founded in 1705, Barichara is considered a heritage town of Colombia, protected for its historical significance and exceptional preservation. According to legend, it was established after the Virgin Mary miraculously appeared on a rock, and these very stones were used to build the cathedral that stands in the center of the town. This majestic building, with its intricate facade and even more impressive interior, reflects the prosperity the town once enjoyed as a major center on the trade route between Bogotá and the Caribbean. Strolling through the town feels like stepping back in time, as exploring every corner filled with colorful archways and balconies adorned with flowers transports you to colonial times, giving you a glimpse into the lifestyle of its inhabitants that has changed little over the centuries. In addition to drawing inspiration from the local architecture and atmosphere, Disney's team was assisted by countless Barichara residents whose stories and experiences helped capture the vibrant spirit and magic that made Encanto one of the greatest animated films of all time. SpongeBob's House. In 2016, Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana surprised the world with the announcement of its incredible Pineapple Villa, a luxurious suite inspired by SpongeBob's house. After years of anticipation, that dream became a dazzling reality, and now you can stay in this themed villa located in the paradise of the Dominican Republic, where you can experience the magic of Bikini Bottom in real life. The Pineapple Villa features 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, but what really sets it apart is its decor, which is completely faithful to the home of the character adored by millions of fans. Upon entering the living room, you'll feel transported to the animated series, with SpongeBob's chair, his TV, and even a statue of Gary, his beloved pet snail. The master bedroom is a stunning corner of luxury, complete with a king-size bed and jellyfish-shaped lamps hanging from the ceiling, giving the space a surreal and charming look. Additionally, it has a smart TV for you to enjoy all the episodes of SpongeBob while you relax. The main bathroom doesn't fall short either, featuring impressive marble details, both indoor and outdoor showers, double sinks, and the crown jewel, a stunning infinity pool perfect for outdoor enjoyment. However, the experience comes with a price tag, between $2,400 and $3,800 per night, depending on the season. But honestly, who can put a price on living an adventure in the style of Bikini Bottom? It's worth every penny for true SpongeBob fans. Barbie's House. For several decades, Barbie's dream house has been one of the most desired toys among fans worldwide. Now that dream has become a reality at full scale, as a replica of the house was built in sunny Malibu, California. This incredible pink palace opened its doors in July 2023 to celebrate the release of the Barbie movie. If the doll were a real person, she would undoubtedly be delighted with the mansion, which features a dance floor, an extra-large pool, and a gym to stay fit. Everything about this property reflects the glamour and fun of the blonde doll, making it easy to imagine the space as a toy come to life. The only drawback is its limited availability. Only 2 lucky guests were able to stay there on July 21st and 22nd, 2023, through a promotion created by Airbnb. While the exact price wasn't revealed, it's estimated to be a sum within reach of only a few. In any case, the experience not only benefited the fortunate tourists, as part of the proceeds were donated to Save the Children, a charity that supports children in over 100 countries by providing them with learning and development resources. Springfield, Universal Studios Florida, brought the colorful town of The Simpsons to life, where fans can immerse themselves in the universe of the longest-running animated series in history. As you stroll through the perfectly recreated streets, you'll feel like you've crossed the screen and become a part of Springfield, with every corner, bright colors, and cartoonish details transporting you to the animated world of Bart and his family. One of the main attractions is Duff Beer, Homer Simpson and his friend's favorite drink. You can savor it at Duff Gardens, an outdoor bar offering an immersive experience, perfect for fans of the show, or at the replica of Moe's Tavern, which even has Barney enjoying a beer. Plus, as you walk through Fast Food Boulevard, a parody of fast food restaurants, you'll encounter the taco truck of the Bumblebee Man, while Chief Wiggum seems to have left his patrol to devour a donut from Lard Lad Donut, as evidenced by his car crashed into a fire hydrant. But the fun doesn't stop there. Within Fast Food Boulevard, Krusty Burger awaits, presided over by Krusty the Clown's smile, while Cletus's Chicken Shack offers the best fried chicken in town. Of course, you can't miss an exact replica of Apu's Mini Mart, where you can pick up souvenirs from your visit to Springfield. In summary, a trip to Universal Studios transports you to the humor, satire, and madness of the Simpsons universe, where every detail is perfectly recreated to make you feel like a true citizen of Springfield. Up House, a high-flying adventure. The colorful house that served as the backdrop for the touching love story between Carl and Ellie would be any homeowner's dream, even if it can't fly with balloons thousands of kilometers to Paradise Falls. For a couple from California, that dream became a reality in 2011 when Bangerter Homes built the house in Harriman, Utah, replicating every detail with precision. As soon as the couple, Lynette and Clint Hamblin, saw the house, they knew they had found the perfect place for their family. Being big Disney fans, they paid $400,000 for the property and moved into their dream home. From the white picket fence to the weather vane on the roof, the exterior evokes the same warmth and nostalgia as the animated version, and even the interior faithfully reflects the decor seen in the movie. As soon as the existence of the Up House went viral on the internet, a flood of tourists and Disney fans interrupting their daily lives prompted the owners to install a sign warning that it is a private property and that they do not allow interior visits. Fortunately, the couple eventually yielded to the visitors' requests, and it's now possible to rent the space for photo sessions where fans can see how Carl and Ellie lived in the animated film. Bistro Chez Remy. The standard fare at most theme parks tends to be fast food of questionable quality. However, this charming restaurant located in the Ratatouille mini-land of Disneyland Paris breaks the mold, offering a unique experience of traditional French cuisine. Inspired by the restaurant that the adorable little rat opens in the Disney Pixar movie Ratatouille, this place brings the magic of the big screen to life. The concept is fascinating, as diners are shrunk to the size of mice and enjoy a meal in an oversized setting, where champagne corks, giant dishware, jar lids, and kitchen utensils are all part of the impressive decor that makes you feel like you're inside the movie. Following the traditions of French cooking, Bistro Chez Remy offers impeccable service with a waiter who leads you to your table and presents you with a menu filled with the best delicacies of France. Best of all, every dish feels like it was prepared by Remy himself, making this culinary experience as exquisite as it is immersive. Cars Land. Inspired by the hit movie Cars, this themed area at Disney California Adventure Park transports visitors straight to the town of Radiator Springs, where every detail of the town where cars come to life is recreated with stunning precision. This immersive experience delights both kids and adults alike. With 3 main attractions, including the popular Radiator Springs racers that makes you feel like you're speeding in a car, Cars Land is the perfect place to experience the thrill of racing alongside Lightning McQueen. To complete the experience, visitors hop into a convertible that resembles the characters from the movie and take a scenic tour of Ornament Valley. The ride ends with an exciting side-by-side race against another car, giving fans the chance to feel the same rush as Lightning McQueen. The attention to detail is so meticulous that the rocky landscape of the American Southwest and classic Route 66 landmarks like Mater's Junkyard, Sally's Cozy Cone Motel, and Flo's V8 Cafe make tourists feel like they're truly in the heart of the movie. In the background, the spectacular Cadillac Range mountain range towers 125 feet high, representing the largest rockwork ever created in a Disney theme park. The Simpsons house. Many things about everyone's favorite animated family don't translate well into real life. Their bright yellow skin, their 4 fingers, and the fact that they never age. But there is something from The Simpsons that did cross over into reality. their house at 742 Evergreen Terrace in Springfield. In 1997, builders Kaufman and Broad faithfully recreated every inch of the Simpson family home in Henderson, Nevada. It wasn't just an approximate representation, but an exact replica. From the pastel-colored walls to the Duff beer cans in the fridge and Bart's treehouse in the backyard, every detail was designed to make you feel like you were living in Springfield. The house was built as the grand prize of a contest, where the winner had to choose between $75,000 in cash or the keys to this incredibly accurate replica. The winner, Barbara Howard, chose the cash, giving someone else the opportunity to acquire this extraordinary property. Unfortunately, the new owner stripped away all the details that made it Homer's house, turning it into a regular home, thus losing that magical Springfield touch. Even so, for a brief time, the Simpsons house came to life in our world, fulfilling the dream of thousands of fans. The Amazing World of Gumball House. Since its first airing in 2011, the show starring the Watterson family revolutionized the animation industry by blending real-world locations with animated elements. One of the most fascinating examples of this fusion is the family home located at 1026 York Street in Vallejo, California. While the real house and the animated one are visually identical, there's a notable difference. The real-world home has only one floor, whereas the Watterson home in the fictional town of Elmore has 2 floors and an attic. In the show's universe, the house is the epicenter of their everyday antics and drama, including those moments in the attic where Gumball and Darwin always find new ways to have fun. While Elmore is a fictional place, Vallejo offers a nearly magical experience for fans who want to connect with the show in real life. Unfortunately, due to the increase in visitors to the area and to protect the residents' privacy, the Watterson house was removed from Google Street View, so the only way to see it now is to visit Vallejo, California in person. The Flintstones house. Thanks to their foot-powered cars and prehistoric pets, the Flintstones made life in the Stone Age seem irresistibly fun. After all, who wouldn't want a pet dinosaur? Now you can live the fantasy of visiting their house, or at least the real-life version of it. In 1976, architect William Nicholson designed a 2,700-square-foot home using a cutting-edge technique known as a monolithic dome. Over time, the house deteriorated, but was eventually restored and repainted in shades of orange and purple, instantly evoking the colorful world of Fred, Wilma, and Pebbles. The real magic happened in 2017, when the new owner decided to give the home an even more striking prehistoric twist. Instead of cherry trees or vineyards, she installed 15-foot-tall dinosaur statues, along with a woolly mammoth and a giraffe, bringing the Flintstones world to life. However, not everyone was pleased with the extravagant decor. The neighbors in Hillsborough, California, where the house is located, sued the owner, demanding that she remove the dinosaur figures, a sign that said, "Yabba Dabba Doo," and other details inspired by the Hanna-Barbera series, claiming they were a public nuisance and that she hadn't obtained the proper permits from the government. The situation escalated to the point where the owner hired a legal team and fought against the government, eventually winning the right to keep her Flintstones-themed decorations. In fact, she was even awarded $125,000 in compensation from the city of Hillsborough. Peppa Pig's house. Since its debut in 2004, Peppa Pig has become a global phenomenon adored by preschoolers, turning into an entertainment machine generating $1.5 billion a year. So, if you have a young child or sibling eager to meet the famous Piglet and her family, all you need to do is head to Peppa Pig World, a delightful mini theme park located within Paultons Park in Hampshire, England, that transports little ones straight into the colorful animated world. With 7 exciting attractions inspired by the cartoon, the park is a faithful recreation of Peppa Pig's vibrant universe, where the green hills and bright backdrops feel like they've been lifted right off the screen. From the moment you step in, you're immersed in a fantasy land, perfect for enjoying the adventures of Peppa, George, and their fun-loving family. Among the kids' favorite attractions is the Pig Family Home, where they can admire life-size statues of Peppa, George, Mommy Pig, and Daddy Pig. You can also enjoy thrilling rides like the castle, Grandpa's boats, Daddy Pig's car, and Mrs. Rabbit's helicopters. Peppa Pig World offers a magical experience that brings this beloved world to life and is a must-visit for any fan of the series. Paradise Falls. In the movie Up, the adventurous Mr. Fredricksen and the eager Russell soar toward Paradise Falls in a floating house, carried by a sea of balloons. This magical destination was Carl and Ellie's dream come true, a place filled with wonder that seemed beyond reach. But what many don't know is that Paradise Falls was inspired by a truly stunning real-life location, Canaima National Park in Venezuela. Before production began, director Pete Docter and his team ventured to this earthly paradise in search of inspiration and found a landscape just as awe-inspiring as the one they had imagined. As soon as they arrived at Canaima, with its towering tepuis, tabletop mountains, and Angel Falls, the world's highest waterfall at 3,212 feet, they knew they had found the perfect setting for their adventure. The journey, however, was no easy task. This remote corner of the world is so isolated that getting there involves a 1-hour flight in small Cessna planes from Ciudad Bolivar, followed by a 5-hour canoe ride to the base camp. From there, the team hiked a trail through the dense rainforest for an hour and a half before reaching the spot that rewards visitors with a breathtaking view of the falls. The effort is worth it, as you're greeted by a refreshing natural pool, an ideal place to relax and take a dip, surrounded by the grandeur of nature that was captured so beautifully in the Oscar-winning film for Best Animated Feature. Alien Pizza Planet. This restaurant opened its doors in April 2019, just in time for Pixar Fest at Disneyland, California. Fans of Toy Story will instantly recognize it as the famous space-themed restaurant where Buzz Lightyear and Woody encounter the lovable three-eyed aliens that brought laughter to audiences of all ages. Pizza Planet offers an immersive dining experience for lunch and dinner, with tables spread across 2 levels. On the lower level, there's a game room where the whole family can dive into the fun while enjoying the magical world of Pixar. The menu, as expected, features a variety of pizzas, salads, meatball sandwiches, shakes, ice cream, and more to suit every taste. While some visitors comment that the food is typical theme park fare, mass-produced and a bit greasy, the chance to experience Toy Story in real life makes every bite and every corner of the restaurant well worth it. Pinocchio's Village. The story of Pinocchio is set in Italy, but the real-life village that inspired the design of the wooden puppet's home and Geppetto's workshop is located in Germany. Rothenburg ob der Tauber, a medieval gem in southern Germany, serves as the star of the famous Romantic Road, a route that connects some of the most beautiful towns in Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg. In the Middle Ages, when Hamburg, Berlin, and Munich were not yet the major metropolises we know today, Rothenburg was one of Germany's most important cities, with a population of 6,000. Today, it still retains its medieval charm and has become the country's most visited village, welcoming around 2.5 million tourists each year. It's easy to see why. As soon as you set foot on its cobblestone streets and see the half-timbered houses and city walls, you feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. Rothenburg is not only a symbol of medieval history, but also a miracle of preservation. In March 1945, as World War II was drawing to a close, German soldiers took refuge in the city to defend it from Allied attacks. However, its beauty was so legendary that American General Jacob L. Devers ordered his troops not to use heavy artillery, sparing this historical treasure from destruction. Minnie Mouse's House. Fans of the world's most famous mouse will be thrilled to know that Minnie's house has been recreated at Disneyland, California. Located in the Toontown area, Minnie's adorable pink and purple cottage is a dream come true, looking like something straight out of a cartoon. From the moment you arrive, the cuteness overload begins right at the door, which is surrounded by a pink fence with heart-shaped details matching the windows. Even the mailbox sports Minnie's signature bow, adding a personal touch that visitors can't resist. Unlike many places where touching is off-limits, Minnie's home is fully interactive. Kids and adults alike can explore her kitchen, where a cake bakes slowly in the oven, or open her refrigerator to discover her favorite snacks. The furniture is also available for lounging, making you feel like you're living in a cartoon. Arendelle Church. In Frozen, Elsa is crowned in a church that bears a striking resemblance to St. Olaf's Church, located in the picturesque village of Balestrand, Norway. This majestic structure, built in 1897, belongs to the Church of England and falls under the jurisdiction of the Bishop of Gibraltar, responsible for all Anglican churches in Europe. The church was erected in memory of Margaret Sophie Green Cavigna, the daughter of a vicar from Yorkshire, England, who, in her passion for mountaineering, arrived in Scandinavia in the 19th century. After marrying Norwegian Knut Cavigné, Margaret never felt entirely comfortable with the Norwegian Lutheran rituals. On her deathbed in 1894, Knut promised to fulfill her last wish, to build an Anglican church in her honor. If you're a Frozen fan and want to fully immerse yourself in the Kingdom of Arendelle, all you have to do is travel to the city of Bergen. Once there, you'll instantly recognize Bryggen, a UNESCO World Heritage port with colorful wooden houses that inspired Elsa and Anna's home. After that, you can embark on a 4-hour journey from Bergen to Balestrand, where the breathtaking St. Olaf's Church awaits, with its stunning interior that was replicated for Elsa's coronation in the movie. Sleeping Beauty's Castle. At the peak of the German Alps stands the magnificent Neuschwanstein Castle, a true masterpiece that looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale. With its awe-inspiring architecture and exquisite murals that adorn every inch of its walls, this palace has enchanted millions, including Walt Disney himself. He was so inspired by its beauty that he used the design of the German castle as the model for Sleeping Beauty's castle. Since the film's release in 1959, it has had a massive impact on subsequent Disney productions, and the castle's image now appears in the logo welcoming viewers to every Disney movie. A replica of the castle was even built in Disneyland, so fans could experience an animated creation brought to life. As for the real palace, it was conceived by King Ludwig II of Bavaria, a dreamer and visionary who designed it as a tribute to his greatest passions, the arts and poetry. Every wall of this residence tells a story of love, heartbreak, triumph, and tragedy, themes that also resonate in Disney movies. Though the monarch died before seeing his masterpiece completed, many areas of the castle reflect his vision, such as the magnificent throne room located on the 3rd and 4th floors, inspired by Byzantine churches from centuries past. Merida's Castle. As if the towering Scottish Highlands weren't breathtaking enough, the grand island Donan Castle rises among 3 lakes, creating a landscape that seems pulled from a fantasy novel. Situated on a small island, this structure has witnessed wars, family feuds, and destruction, leading to multiple reconstructions over its turbulent history. After nearly 200 years of abandonment, the castle was rescued from ruins when a new owner purchased the island in 1911 and spent the next 2 decades painstakingly restoring it. In 1932, the castle opened its doors to the public, revealing an interior filled with historical furniture and artifacts that tell the rich story of Scotland. This place isn't just a historical gem. It also served as the inspiration for Brave, the Disney movie where Merida, the spirited red-headed princess, fights to shape her own destiny. The magic of Island Donan Castle, along with other iconic sites like Urquhart Castle on the shores of Loch Ness and the mysterious Callanish Stones, helped Disney artists recreate the vibrant mystique of medieval Scotland. Beauty and the Beast's Castle. Disney fans are in for a treat because they can have a magical experience by visiting the grand castle that inspired the one seen in the 1991 movie Beauty and the Beast. Nestled in the idyllic French countryside, Château de Chambord not only meets all expectations but exceeds them, no matter how high they are. This palace, with its 426 rooms, sprawling gardens, sky-reaching towers, and a beautiful lake reflecting its grandeur, transports you into a fairy tale you'll never forget. As soon as you catch a glimpse of its mysterious tunnels, endless windows, and unparalleled decor, you'll feel like you're walking the halls where Belle and the Beast lived their unforgettable story. When Disney artists began working on the animated classic, they visited Château de Chambord to capture its design and bring its splendor to the screen. Originally built between 1519 and 1547 as a hunting lodge, its luxurious interior and stunning architecture made all other such structures obsolete, much to the delight of King Francis I of France. When production on the film began, Its Rococo style became a vital source of inspiration for the design of the main character's home, though other monuments, like the Palace of Versailles and its Hall of Mirrors, were also used to create the lavish environment surrounding Belle and the Beast. Mulan's Imperial Palace. This animated movie transports viewers to a world rich with Chinese history and culture, with the Imperial Palace being a recreation of the Forbidden City, the true symbol of opulence and power of ancient Chinese monarchs in the heart of Beijing. The massive complex, which housed 24 emperors from the Ming and Qing dynasties from the 14th century to the early 20th century, is an architectural marvel that spans approximately 1.6 million square feet with 980 buildings, 9,999 rooms, and several other areas that make it more of a city than a palace. During the imperial era, the Forbidden City served as the exclusive home of the emperor and his family, while intruders were deterred by guards armed with bows and arrows. The palace's main entrance had 5 gates, but the central one was reserved exclusively for the emperor. And in fact, the empress was only granted the privilege of crossing it once in her life, on her wedding day. Although the animators did a fantastic job recreating the palace, it's worth noting that Mulan's story takes place during the Han Dynasty from 200 BC to 200 AD, while the Forbidden City was built about 1,200 years later, during a period long after the heroine's time. Now tell me, which of these places do you want to visit on your next vacation? Share your opinion in the comments. Here are 2 options that you'll surely love.